Meanwhile, in the sprawling suburbs of Corby. Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing stages 27 to 32 of the Fanhome release, a build the 1966 Batmobile. God, I look like I've been crying. This my hay fever is just driving me crazy at the moment. Absolutely crazy. And I can't take a hay fever tablet because any hay fever tablet, even the non-drowsy ones, send me to sleep. So I'm having to battle on with that today. We did get a free gift today. Check this out. We got a Batman t-shirt, which is absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately, for me to get into this, I'm going to need to lose some weight. According to the doctor, I need to lose some weight anyway. But that looks just like that. This is, I think, an XL. I'm a 2XL, so I wear it like a crop top. Anyway, if you do want to get this for yourself, you have to check if it's still available. I'll put a link in the video description, and there's also a QR code on the screen. We are going to be continuing to work on this frame section today. We're going to create some of the suspensions with a leaf spring as well. But without further ado, let's get cracking. So here you go. This is stage 27. Here's the magazine. Just show you all the articles. And as you can see, we've just got another cross section here. I think I'm going to bundle some of these together. Just looking at that, because we're just going to be putting this, we're extending on to what we already have. This is going to be absolutely massive in terms of length. So that's looking like that. So if I bundle that together with stage 28, and let's have a look what we're doing in that one. Just flicking through here. And as you see, we've got then a middle piece to put in, which is just going into there, like that. And I think I'm going to bundle that in with another one. Because there really isn't much to do in those two stages. So if I put 3 stages together here, you see we've got another cross beam here. And we're going to be putting that into place with the shock absorber mounts as well. I think we'll do those 3 stages together. So here we go. This is stage 27 here. Get this open. We've got the great Batman logos there. I do like that on each pack. And once again, pretty much like we did in the last pack, this is just going to be a case of piecing these 2 parts together here and holding them together with a CM screw, actually 2 CM screws. I've got them here. A little bit of oil because we're going into metal. And I do believe with how big this is, I can use my PH1 screwdriver. Every time that I'm able to, I do prefer to use this because you just get a lot more torque on the screws. So that's in there. And then what I need to do is bring over what we created in the last pack, which looks like this. And as you can see, we've got this one running down this side. We're just going to repeat that on this side here. So if you look on the top camera, this is just going to be going under the points here and the points there. And it's going to be held in once again with CM screws. So I'm going to put the middle one in first. And then just the one at this side here. And there we go. That's really extended that out. Can I just show you how big that is? Look at that. So let's move on to the next stage. That looks just like this. Get these parts out. And all of these parts that you see me opening here for cross sections are all metal. I'm going to need this part first. And basically this is going to be going on this way onto these sections here. So I need to make sure that the lugs are on top of each side here. And then this center lug that you can see here is in that gap just there. So it's going to be a little bit tricky just to maneuver that round, but it fits in like that. And as you can see, we've got 3 points to screw this in at. Once again, they're going to be using CM screws. So that's the center one. And these are the 2 side ones here. That's good. And then if I can just move this down just a touch. At this end just here, we've got another brace to put in again. This is going to be going in this way, just like that. And held in with CM screws again. You want to make sure that this arch side here is facing upwards. So again, just showing you how that's looking. It's going to be big. So then in stage 29, which I've got here, we're going to be putting those shock bases in. So the way these are going to go in, they're going to screw into the holes just here. You can probably see that on the top camera there. Okay, they're going to be screwing in with EM screws. Got them here. So I'm putting them gently in just with my PH0 screwdriver. Then I'll get the big boys of the PH1 over to make them nice and tight. Bring the frame back over again. And this time these are going to go onto the points just here and here. This way round, so those sections that you just saw me put on are facing down. And they're held in with CM screws. And there you go. That's all there is to do at the end of those 3 stages. So that moves us on to stage 30. Here's the magazine. And we're going to be starting to do the axle at the back here. Universal joint put together, and then this section. So again, if that's all we're doing, I'm going to bundle this together with stage 31. And here is stage 31. And we're going to be putting a little bit more to do with that differential housing by the look of it here. Looking like that. So at the end, it's going to look just like that there. Let's do those 2 parts together. Here you go. This is the stage 30 parts. I just want to keep this to one side. This is all metal. And it's the universal joint they're going to make first, which is actually a cross section, which is just going to go in between that section like that. But it's held either side with AP screws. So I've got 1 screw in that side. Turn it over. And I'm just putting 1 in the other side. So that's the universal joint in place. And then this is just going to be pushing into this section there like that. It doesn't need screws or anything like that. Just sits in there like that. And that is all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 31, we're going to be finishing this axle off, which means just taking this metal part here, and this cover that we're going to be putting on is plastic. This is just going to go over the top, just like that. It fits flush around this section here, held in with AM screws. And we need 2 of these, 1 each side. There we go, 1 this side. Then I want to take the differential housing here. I want it this way round. That's going to go on like that. It's held in with AP screws. Just into the holes here. Let's just line them up. There we go. Two of these in. And then finally, we just have the cover for that to go in. No screws this time. It's just a push in, making sure that this cap here is on the right-hand side. So this is going to push into there just like that. And that is all there is to do in those stages. So in the last stage of this pack, this is stage 32. I'll show you the magazine. We've got leaf springs to put in, and we've also got a shock to put in as well. So as you can see, we're going to be putting the leaf spring in and the plate that's going over the top of it, just like this. We do have a wrench in this because we're going to use nuts to actually secure this into place. So by the end, it's going to look just like that. So this is what these parts look like. So this is the leaf spring. This is all metal. You do have a short side here. You can see we've got a longer side here. We want the longer side, if I just put this on, pointing away from the differential here. So this is going in this direction over here. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got this left plate to put in. We want the L to be facing down, and that's going to go on top of this section like that there. It's going to be held in with an EM screw. So put that in here, and I'll get that nice and tight into position. Then I've got these hooks here, which have got screw threads on each side. I'm going to be poking them up underneath the axle so they come up through the holes here. So that's 1. And do the same on the other side. So as you can see, we can see them now out to this side here. And I'm going to be securing those into place by putting nuts on top of these. And then I've got a little tiny spanner that I can tighten these up with. So I'm going to be doing this Once I've got that one in, 3 more times around here, so that's in tight. Now, if you want my advice on these, I would try and tighten them up so that they're the same distance coming out the top of that thread on each one, just to make it a bit more uniform. But on the same token, it doesn't have to be too tight in there. I mean, that is not going anywhere. So that looks just like that. All that's left to do then is in this section that we got here, we've got the shock absorber rod. That's going to go in there just like that. It's held in with an EM screw. Started that off there. And get that all the way in. And there you go. Keep this safe. We're going to need this again for the other side. But that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So as you can see, it's all to do with suspension and chassis, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, in this stage here, looking like that. Once again, if you do want to get this for yourself, I don't know if it's available in your territory. You're going to need to check. It's in the video description and there's a QR code on the screen, but I really hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.